कि मुझे इंग्लिश और हिंदी, व्हाट डू यू प्रेफर? हिंदी
इंग्लिश।
ओके, आई कंबाइन बोथ।
ओके, थैंक यू।
सो आज ये मेरा परम सौभाग्य है कि श्रील प्रभुपाद की कृपा से और भक्तों की कृपा से मुझे ये सेवा करने का अवसर दिया गया है, जिसमें हम भगवद गीता के 18वें अध्याय के 22वें श्लोक के ऊपर चर्चा करेंगे। तो हम ये श्लोक पहले बोलेंगे, इसका अर्थ और तात्पर्य पढ़ेंगे और उसके बाद इसके ऊपर चर्चा करने का प्रयास करेंगे। यत्तु कृत्स्नवदेकस्मिन् कार्ये सक्तम हेतुकम् अतत्त्वार्थवत् अपम् अल्पं च तत्तामसम् उदाहृतम्। यत्तु कृत्स्नवदेकस्मिन् कार्ये सक्तम हेतुकम् अतत्त्वार्थवदल्पं च तत्तामसम् उदाहृतम्। यत्तु कृत्स्नवदेकस्मिन् कार्ये सक्तम हेतुकम् अतत्त्वार्थवदल्पं च तत्तामसम् उदाहृतम्। तो हम श्लोक को दोहराएंगे नहीं, क्योंकि काफ़ी लेट हो गया है। हम वर्ष 18वें अध्याय का 18.22
ओके।
So we'll read the meaning of this shloka, translation by Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada and purport by Srila Prabhupada. And that knowledge by which one is attached to one kind of work as the all in all, without knowledge of the truth, and which is very meager, is said to be in the mode of darkness. So इसका अंग्रेजी में हिंदी में अनुवाद इस प्रकार है, और वह ज्ञान जिसके द्वारा व्यक्ति केवल एक प्रकार के कार्य को सर्वस्व समझकर उससे आसक्त हो जाता है और उसे वास्तविक सत्य का ज्ञान नहीं होता और उसका ज्ञान अत्यंत अल्प होता है, ऐसा ज्ञान तमोगुण में कहा गया है। We'll read the purport by Srila Prabhupada. The knowledge of the common man is always in the mode of darkness or ignorance, because every living entity in conditional life is born into the mode of ignorance. तो जो सामान्य व्यक्ति का जो ज्ञान होता है वह सदैव तमोगुण में कहा जाता है, क्योंकि प्रत्येक जीव जो है वो अपने बद्ध जीवन में तमोगुण में ही पैदा होता है। One who does not develop knowledge through the authorities or scriptural injunctions has knowledge that is limited to the body. जिस व्यक्ति को शास्त्रों के अनुसार और प्रामाणिक गुरु के अनुसार ज्ञान नहीं प्राप्त होता, उसका ज्ञान केवल शरीर तक सीमित रहता है। He is not concerned about acting in terms of the direction of the scriptures. So वह शास्त्रों के द्वारा दिए गए निर्देशों के पालन के विषय में नहीं सोचता। For him God is money and knowledge means the satisfaction of bodily demands. उसके लिए पैसा ही उसका भगवान है और ज्ञान का मतलब है अपनी इंद्रियों को संतुष्ट करना, अपने शरीर की मांग को संतुष्ट करना। Such knowledge has no connection with the absolute truth. ऐसे ज्ञान का परम सत्य से कोई संबंध नहीं होता। It is more or less like the knowledge of the ordinary animals. यह प्रायः पशुओं के ज्ञान के समान होता है। The knowledge of eating, sleeping, defending and mating. तो पशु क्या कार्य करते हैं? पशु खाते हैं, सोते हैं, अपना संरक्षण करते हैं और फिर अपने विपरीत लिंग के साथ संग करते हैं, mating. Such knowledge is described here as a product of the mode of darkness. इस प्रकार के ज्ञान को यहाँ पे तमोगुणी ज्ञान कहा गया है। In other words, knowledge concerning the spirit soul beyond this body is called knowledge in the mode of goodness. Knowledge producing many theories and doctrines by dint of mundane logic and mental speculation is the product of mode of passion, and knowledge concerned only with keeping the body comfortable is said to be in the mode of ignorance. यह श्रील प्रभुपाद बता रहे हैं, दूसरे शब्दों में जो ज्ञान आत्मा और इस शरीर के परे परमात्मा के विषय में ज्ञान देता है उसे सतोगुणी ज्ञान कहा जाता है। जो ज्ञान बहुत सारे मानसिक अनुमानों के ऊपर आधारित होता है, तरह तरह की थ्योरीज, तरह तरह के लॉज देता है और भौतिक तर्क वितर्क के अनुसार जो ज्ञान आधारित होता है उसे हम रजोगुणी ज्ञान कहते हैं। और जो ज्ञान केवल शरीर को कंफर्टेबल, शरीर को आरामदायक रखने के लिए जिसका कार्य होता है, उस तरह के ज्ञान को हम तमोगुणी ज्ञान कहते हैं। तो इस श्लोक में तीन तरह के ज्ञान के विषय में विभेद किया जा रहा है। Only that knowledge which is connected to Supreme Lord is considered to be knowledge in the mode of goodness. That knowledge which is connected to just giving different theories about this mundane world, this material world, how this thing is working, how that thing is working, how people are relating to each other, all kind of psychological knowledge, different science, even that knowledge is considered to be in the mode of passion. Because what is the purpose of that knowledge? That knowledge is based on mental speculation, right? So there was a frog. Prabhupada quotes this story. There was a frog, and that frog was living in the well. And then one day, what happened? One frog from the ocean, from the sea, one frog came in that well. And this frog asked, "Hey, where are you coming from?" So the ocean frog said, "I am coming from ocean." Yes, Guruji. That I am coming from the ocean. So this frog asked the well frog, the Koop Manduk we call in Hindi. This frog asked, "Hey, how big is your ocean?" So he said, "Very big." So this well frog, he asked, "Hey, how big? This much? This much? This much?" Like that he was trying to speculate. And for paraphrasing his statement and for indicating his statement, he was bloating his body. He's bloating. Frogs can bloat their body. So this frog was bloating his body and saying, "This big, this big, this big," like that. And this frog, this well frog, he doesn't have any idea how big is the ocean. He doesn't have conception only. So how can this frog fathom what is the limit of the ocean? वो कल्पना भी नहीं कर सकता कि समुद्र कितना बड़ा है. So he kept on bloating his body, speculating like that. And at one point of time, because of too much bloating, his body just blew out. It just burst, right? So the knowledge of scientists is like that frog only. Why? Because some things are beyond our conception. Some things are beyond our logic. So in Mahabharata, this shloka comes. Tarko pratishta shrutiyo vivinna nasa rishirya matam na bhinnam dharmasya tattvam nitam guhayam mahajano yengata sapantha. So this shloka says that Tarko pratishta, by in itself logic is inconclusive. Shrutiyo vivinna, because different authorities are saying different things at different times. In scripture only, on one place we find that the stool of an animal is impure. The stool of any living being is impure. And at other place we find in the scripture that the stool of cow is pure. Now Krishna, Lord Krishna, when he used to touch the stool, the cow stool, that is gobar, it used to be considered purified. Again it is said that urine of any animal, any living being is impure. But then Krishna, when we do the Abhishekam of the Lord, we bathe him with cow urine. That is considered pure. So two contradictory statements in that sense. Right? Now, bone of any animal, any human being is considered to be impure. If we touch the bone, immediately we have to take bath. Same thing for the stool also. If we happen to come in contact with the stool or urine, then we have to immediately take bath to become purified. But then again, the conch shell is considered pure. Right? Just before the worship and just after the worship, we blow the conch shell. So conch shell is considered pure. And in the conch shell only we offer the water to the Lord. So now again contradictory statements. So how do we understand? Right? So the second line of the verse says that Nasa Rishirya Simatam Napinnam. If two different rishis, they are not giving two different philosophies, then they will not be considered rishis or philosophers. Now any philosopher, when he gives a different and new philosophy, then he is considered a philosopher, like that. So dharmasya tattvam nihitam guhayam. The actual import, the actual meaning of dharma is very, very confidential. Guhayam. Guha means gufa. It is very, very confidential, hidden. So what is the path? Then how do we understand? What should we do? So it says mahajano yengata sapantha. Whatever path the great authorities, the great souls have followed, we should follow in their footsteps. That is the way. That is the way we can understand what is the path to be followed. And our acharyas like Srila Prabhupada, his Guru Saraswati Thakur, they have shown us the path. They have lived a life of legacy. And by their life, they have shown us the true path. They have written down everything. They have jotted down everything, that how the worship of the Lord should be done. Right? The scriptures are given by Lord. It is said that the scriptures are the breathing of the Mahavishnu. That is the breathing. Vedas are the breathing of the Lord. So like that. So scriptures are giving everything. But for understanding scriptures, we have to approach an authority. Like in Bhagavad Gita it says, Tad viddhi pranipadena pariprashnena sevaya updekshanti jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshina. So for understanding the absolute truth, which is actually the real purpose of life, right? For understanding that, what we have to do? We have to approach great souls. And we should do pranams. We should offer respect to them. Pariprashna, we should make humble inquiries to them. And then we should render some service. And after that, being pleased with our service, they will tell us the truth. They will show us the truth. Why? Because they have seen the truth. Jnananas Tattvadarshina. So such a great soul, Jaguru Srila Prabhupada, by his mercy all of us are here. And his Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Saraswati Thakur, is second there in the altar. Today is his disappearance day. So in Vaishnava Parampara, we celebrate appearance day also and disappearance day also. So one may wonder that when someone is born, when the child is born, it is a, you can sit down. आप लोग बैठ सकते हैं. इंग्लिश समझ में आता है आप लोगों को या हिंदी में बोलें? English is okay? English is fine. So it was asked that Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Thakur, such a great soul, so he has taught us all the principles. So Srila Prabhupada, who is the founder of ISKCON, because of whom all of us are here. So Srila Prabhupada, he was born and brought up in Kolkata. And in Calcutta, he was a very meritorious student in his childhood, very devoted. And he was interested in Gandhiji's movement. So that was the time, 1896 he appeared on this planet. So I was saying that in Vaishnava Parampara we celebrate appearance day also, that means birth also, and disappearance day also. Means when the person leaves this world. So why do we celebrate both? When some child is born, we'll celebrate. But when someone dies in the home, do we celebrate or do we mourn? We do mourning, right? We don't celebrate that. But in Vaishnava Parampara, we celebrate both of these occasions. The reason is that when the great soul has come to us to give his association in this world, we celebrate. Because we'll be getting the association of a great soul who will drive us on the path of bhakti. And when they are leaving this world, we know that everyone who has taken birth here will leave this planet sometime or other. So when they are leaving this world, we cry in separation from them, but at the same time we understand that they have gone to fulfill the desire of Krishna to serve somewhere else. They are united with Krishna, they have gone back to Krishna. So it is their joy, the joy of conditioned soul. The joy of soul is to get united with God. That is the greatest joy, that is the purpose of life. So we celebrate their departure also, we celebrate their disappearance also.
Vaishnava means devotee.
Vaishnava means devotee of God. So like we say, Jesus is also Vaishnava. What is Vaishnava? Actually in Bhagavatam this shloka comes. Titikshva karmika surida sarvadehinam ajat shatva shanta sadhva sadhubhushana. So what is the property, what is the quality of a great soul? Titikshva. The great soul is very tolerant. Titikshva means tolerant. Karmika. He is very, very compassionate. He or she is very, very compassionate. Surida sarvadehinam. They are friend to all the living entities. Surida. There are many words for friend. So we have Mitra, Bandhu, Sakha. But the closest friend is Suhrid, one who knows your heart. So that is Suhrid. Suhrid Sarvabhutanam. Ajat Shatrava. There is no enemy born for him. He doesn't consider anyone as his enemy. So like we have Yudhishthir Maharaj. He never considered Kauravas as his enemies, though Kauravas considered him as their enemies. Right? Ajat Shatrava. Shanta. A great soul will be peaceful. Sadhva Sadhubhushana. So for a sadhu, for a great soul, these are the alankar, these are the ornaments. Right? Like it is said, Chanakya has said, for the wife, the husband is the ornament. Similarly for great souls, all these beautiful qualities which decorate them are their ornaments. So all these qualities are found in full, in toto, in Lord. And by His mercy, in His pure devotees, these qualities are found. So we see the example of Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, He was being crucified, right? He was being crucified, and at that time when it is so painful actually, lot of research has gone into that when Jesus Christ was being crucified, so by research they have concluded that you cannot put the nail on the palm, right? That by research it has been proven that nail has to be put here. Then only the weight of the body can be withheld. So by research that has been proven. So it was so painful, and they are killing him, and what he is praying, what Jesus Christ is praying, Lord, forgive them, for they know not what they do. Please forgive them. Now can you imagine someone is killing you and you are praying for the salvation of that person? So that is called the level of tolerance and level of compassion. So that means Jesus Christ is a devotee of God. And for that matter, by Vishnu is God. Vishnu, where is the word Vishnu coming from? Vishwasya Anu iti Vishnu. Vishnu is the Anu, the molecule. Vishnu is present in each and every molecule in this world. Vishnu is the anu of this Vishwa. And same it comes, Vishati Sarvatra iti Vishnu. One who is present everywhere is called Vishnu. So that's why Srila Prabhupada has written in his Bhagavatam that Jesus Christ is a Vaishnava. And Saraswati Thakur also, they have accepted Jesus Christ as a Vaishnava. Vaishnava means devotee of God. So we have today the disappearance day of Srila Saraswati Thakur. So I'll just for a few minutes I'll try to speak about his glories. Of course, I am thoroughly unlimited, thoroughly unqualified, and I have no good qualities still, because this service is given as a service to all the assembled Vaishnava devotees here, and on the order of my Guru and senior Vaishnavas here, Kartikeya Prabhu and other devotees, I'll just try to speak something about the glories of Srila Saraswati Thakur. So Srila Bhakti Saraswati Thakur, he was born to Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur, who is also one of the acharyas in our line. Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur, his name is Kedarnath Dutt. So he was a Bengali person and he was a district magistrate in English government, in British government here. He was such a marvelous, such a brilliant person. He was judge also. So district magistrate, he used to do the judge duties also. And being a great soul, he tried his best to preach the glories of the Lord all over India. And then he said, he prayed to Lord Jagannath. He was a district magistrate of Puri, and Puri, it was not so easy for the Britishers to see. Britishers were concerned that some very intelligent Indian people should help us in administration. Otherwise, they could not communicate with Indian masses. So that's why Bhaktivinoda Thakur was helping them a lot in that sense. So he was doing his judge duties very nicely. He was so brilliant that the cases which will take for other judges to decide months together, he will judge those cases in few days only. So he was very brilliant. So he was made the district magistrate of Puri, because in Puri lots of you can say administrative hassles were coming. So then he prayed in Jagannath Puri to Lord Jagannath. Lord Jagannath, because of my duties, I am not able to completely dedicate myself to your service, and I am not able to spread your mission of preaching Hare Krishna Mahamantra to whole world. So please send a ray of yourself. Please send a ray of Vishnu. And on that prayer, because of that prayer, Srila Saraswati Thakur, whose name at the time of birth was given as Bimala Prasad Datta. So he was born, and when he was born, his umbilical cord was spread on his body like a janevu, like a yagyopavit. So this was considered to be a very, very auspicious sign that a great soul has been born. You know, Brahmanas, they have this janevu, this yagyopavit, this Brahmana thread. So that Brahmana thread, yeah. So that Brahmana thread, his umbilical cord was spread on his body like that. So then when he was only a few days, maybe few months old, that time Jagannath Rath Yatra was happening. And his residence was on that main road only, that Grand Road. On that Grand Road only his residence was there. So just in front of his home, the Rath of Lord Jagannath stopped. And the Rath was not moving only. So if you have heard about Jagannath Rath Yatra, the Rath of Jagannath moves only by its own will. When it wants to stop, no matter how many elephants will come and drag, it will not move. It moves by the desire of Lord Jagannath. So then his mother Bhagavati Devi, she brought the child in front of Lord Jagannath for the blessings. And when she brought the small baby in front of Lord Jagannath, immediately a garland fell down from Lord Jagannath's body and it surrounded the child. So it was considered a very auspicious sign. And at that time Bhaktivinoda Thakur understood that my prayer to Lord has been answered and the ray of Vishnu has come in the form of this child. Now he was such a fierce, you can say, scholar, fierce preacher of the holy name of the Lord. He was so humble. In his childhood, when he was merely 5 years old, he got some mangoes in his house and he immediately ate that mango. And then his father, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he chastised him, hey, this mango was not offered to Krishna as bhoga. And you have taken this mango, nothing should be eaten without offering it to Krishna. So then as a child, as a 5-year-old child, he took a vow, I'll never eat mango in my life. And throughout his life, he followed that vow. He never took mango in his life. The right mango he never took. Of course, he took raw mango chutney made by his disciples, but he never took right mango in his life, entire life. So such was the fierce determination of this child. And then as he grew up, he was a very, you can say, he was such a great scholar. There is a book called Siddhant. And the Surya Siddhant describes the astronomical calculations. It's a book on astronomy. And it's in Sanskrit. It's such a difficult book that no one was able to understand the calculations given in that book. So he wrote a commentary on Surya Siddhant. And by his commentary, he became so popular that he was then given the title of Siddhant Saraswati. And at that time, the Calcutta University, at a very, very young age, they offered him the post of the head of the Department of Astrology. And he was a great astrologer. But then he understood that the purpose of my life is not to become a famous astrologer. So he rejected that post. And he said that I want to serve Krishna. And all the astrology is a servant of Krishna. So with that determination, he decided to become a devotee of Krishna. He was already a devotee of Krishna, but he decided to dedicate his life for preaching the message of Krishna. So then he took up a vow that I want to remain a celibate. And his father, Bhakti Thakur, he told him that you take initiation, the spiritual diksha from Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj. Now Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj, he was a Paramahans Babaji, he was a Mahabhagavad Bhakta, but he was illiterate from material point of view. So he did not know how to read and write. And now this boy, this Bimala Prasad Datta, he went to Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj and he begged initiation, that I want to take initiation from you. And now Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj said, hey, you are so educated and I have never initiated anyone in my life and I will never initiate anyone in my life. I have no interest. So he started crying that please, no, I want to take shelter of you as my guru. I am educated, but you are great soul. You are Mahabhagavad devotee. I want to take your shelter. So Gaur Kishore Das Maharaj said, no, you go. I don't want to give. Then after some time he again approached. So this time Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj, he was such a humble Vaishnava. He thought himself totally unqualified to become guru of anyone. So he again said, see, I'll ask Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the incarnation of Krishna in the Kali Yuga. 500 years back, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu incarnated. So he said, I'll ask Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu his permission. So then again after a few days when he went, Bimla Prasad Datta, he approached Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj. He again said, did you ask Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? So Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj said, no, I forgot to ask. So he was just trying to ignore him. And this person became so upset, so sad, that if I cannot accept a great soul as my guru in my life, then what is the purpose of my life? So then I would give up my life. And he had that kind of feeling. So this shows that how important it is for us to accept a pramanik, a bona fide guru. Without the mercy of a guru, we cannot approach Krishna. No matter how much materially qualified or educated we may be, but without mercy of guru, we cannot approach Krishna. So this great scholar, this great soul, who himself is a Mahabhagavad, who is born as a result of the prayers of his father, and who has got mercy of Lord Jagannath in his childhood, even being so qualified, still he is hankering for the mercy of Guru. Right? So ultimately, then finally, Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj accepted him as his disciple, and he is the only disciple that he accepted. No other disciple, only one disciple. And this disciple, he was such a great soul. So then he instructed to his disciple, Srila Bhakti Siddhant Saraswati Thakur, that I want you to never go to Calcutta. Never go to Calcutta. This is what he instructed to his disciple. And Bhakti Siddhant Saraswati Thakur, he went to Sri Mayapur Dham. Mayapur Dham is the birthplace of Lord Chaitanya, and we consider that Mayapur, Vrindavan and Jagannath Puri, they are not different from each other. So he went to Mayapur Dham, and for 10 years continuously he chanted Hare Krishna Mahamantra. 1 billion holy names he chanted for 10 years. And after that, people are requesting him that you come and preach the message of God. This is for what your father has prayed. Please come and preach the message of Lord Chaitanya. So he, before starting the preaching, he took the blessings of the holy name. For 10 years, he chanted Hare Krishna Mahamantra in the Dham. And then he came to Calcutta for preaching. Now we may wonder, his guru told him that never go to Calcutta. And he is coming to Calcutta for preaching. So is he not following his guru? So he understood the internal meaning of the instruction of his guru. So guru has told never to come to Calcutta. That means never go to Calcutta, the materialistic side of Calcutta. Never take the association of materialistic people of Calcutta. So he came to Calcutta and did preaching there. And then he expressed that I never came to Calcutta. I just came to Calcutta, but I never associated with the materialistic vibrations of Calcutta. So I just came here to preach the message of Lord Chaitanya. So in that sense, I never came to Calcutta. So this is how he obeyed the order of his guru. With one more incident, I'll just finish this class. This already time is over. So what happened? That time, in the Shastra it comes that by birth, anyone is, in Kali Yuga especially, Shudra. Kala Shudra Sambhava. In Kali Yuga, no one is a Brahmana, no one is Kshatriya, no one is a Vaishya, everyone is Shudra. That is what the Shastra says. It also says that Janmana Jayate Shudra, Sanskara Bhave Duja. By birth, everyone is ignorant. What is the meaning of the word Shudra? It's not derogatory. Basically, we have 4 Varnas and 4 ashrams. So, Varnas are Brahmana, Kshatriya, Shudra, and Vaishya. Brahman means intelligent class, the teacher class. Then Kshatriya means administrative class. And then we have Vaishya means mercantile class. And then we have Shudra means liberal class. Right? So, this is not a derogatory term actually. But it has been made in a derogatory term for the political reasons. So then, in Kali Yuga, everyone is Shudra in that sense. So, but in because of, you can say, some corruption in Kali Yuga, Brahmanas started accepting by birth. Krishna clearly says in Bhagavad Gita, Chaturvarna Maya Srishtam Guna Karma Vibhaksha. I have created these 4 Varnas by the Guna and Karma, by the qualities and the activities. These are not by birth. Of course, by birth, some facility may be there. If someone is a doctor's son or daughter, then they have greater facility to become doctor in the future because they have seen that culture since childhood. But doesn't mean that if they don't complete their degree, they will not become doctor. Similarly, the Varna is described by qualities and activities. So that is the actual meaning. Now, at that time, because the system was corrupted, so many Brahmanas, they were claiming by the birth that no, Brahmanas are better than the Vaishnavas. And that this big debate was going on. That Brahmanas are better, Vaishnavas are better. So now, by the permission of his father, Srila Bhakti Thakur, he took permission from his father Bhakti Thakur and he went to this debate. So a huge debate was arranged between the Brahmana scholars, and to represent the Vaishnavas, Saraswati Thakur went. And in the beginning, the Brahmanas were assembled there. And Saraswati Thakur started describing the glories of the Brahmanas. And from Shastras, verse after verse after verse after verse, he was glorifying the Brahmanas. So the Brahmanas thought, hey, he is on our side only. He is glorifying the Brahmanas. But then he started telling the qualities of the Brahmanas from the Shastras. And then those Brahmanas, their heart sank. That he is describing the qualities. We don't have any of these qualities. What is a Brahmana according to Bhagavad Gita? Right? Shamo Tamo Tapa Shaucham, Shanti Majmecha, Jnana Vijnana Astikyam, Brahma Karma Swabhavajam. So all these qualities should be present in the Brahmana. Shamo, the shaman of Indriyas. Damo, the daman of mind. Right? Tapas, tapasya, austerity. Shaucham, the cleanliness. Arjavam, he should be very honest. Shantim, tolerant. Right? Jnanam, he should have knowledge. Vijnanam, he should have idea how to apply that knowledge. And Astikyam, he should be a devotee of God. He should be a believer of God. He should be theist. So then these Brahmanas' heart sank. And then he started describing the glories of the Vaishnavas from the Shastra. And by his excellent scholarly Shastric exposition, he proved beyond doubt that Vaishnavas are beyond Brahmanas. One who is a Vaishnava, he is already Brahman. In that sense, one who is initiated by a Vaishnava Guru is already a Brahman. So this shloka comes that in Bhagavatam, Prahlad Maharaj says this shloka that Shat Karm Nipudam Vipra Mantra Tantra Visharda Avaishnava Guru Nasyat Vaishnava Shwapacho Guru. Even if a person is born in a Chandala family means dog eaters. Right? We have Brahmana, Kshatriya, Shudra, Vaishya, and apart from that we have outcast. Those who don't belong to any caste. They are called Chandal. Shwapacha. They eat dog. They are called dog eaters. So even if one is born in that family, but by the qualities practiced and by the mercy of a Vaishnava Guru, if someone becomes initiated by a Vaishnava Guru, then that Vaishnava, even though born in Chandala family, he is fit to become Guru. He can become Guru of other people also. And even if a Brahmana, he is Shat Karm Nipudam Vipra, he is expert in the 6 activities of a Brahmana. What is the activities of Brahmana? That Pathan Pathan, he will study, he will teach. Yajan Yajan, he will do yajna for others and for himself. Yajan Yajan, he will teach yajnas. And Pathan, Pathan, Yajan, Yajan, Dana Pratigraha. He will accept charity and he will give charity. So these are the activities of Brahmanas. Now if this Brahmana, if he is not a Vaishnava, he cannot be considered as a guru because he cannot deliver himself what to talk of others. So like this he described many shlokas from the Shastra, and beyond doubt is one understood that he is a great soul. So all the Brahmanas, there were lots of public assembled there. And police was also there because police thought that if some fight happens between Brahmanas and Vaishnavas, then they have to control. So because of that tension, the police was there, and then when they saw that this person has done such nice exposition from the Shastra, they understood he is a Mahabhagat Vaishnava. And it is told in the Shastras that if you take dust from the lotus feet, if you touch the feet of a Mahabhagat Vaishnava, then you are delivered. It is very rare to get dust from a great soul. So then all the people, hundreds and thousands of people were assembled there. This was in Bangalore, in Mednipur Jilla district. So they all jumped to take dust from his lotus feet. And one person, hundreds and thousands of people are jumping to take dust from his lotus feet. So then police understood. Dust means touching the feet. When you touch someone's feet, the dust from his feet comes on your head. You do like this. You do like this. So that is considered that it says that Bhaktapad Dhuli, Bhaktapad Jal, Bhaktbhuntu Chisht Teen Mahabal. There are three great forces which can help you advance in bhakti. That is the Bhaktapad Dhuli. Dhuli means the dust which has touched the feet of a Vaishnava. If you touch his feet, that dust you get, you put in your head. Then Bhaktapad Jal, if his Charnamrit is there, if his feet are washed. And then Bhaktbhuntu Chisht, whatever food, prasadam he has taken, the remnants of that prasadam. So these are three Mahabalas which make you advance in bhakti. So all of them jumped to take dust from his lotus feet, and then police understood that there will be riot because thousands people are jumping on the feet of one person. So what the police did, they picked him up, they took buckets of water, they put his lotus feet in the water, and then the constables, they sprinkled all the water on all the thousands of people. So all of them got Charnamrit and they were satisfied that yes, we got the Charnamrit. Of course he was very reluctant. A Vaishnava will be very reluctant. Vaishnava is very humble by nature. So they don't think that if someone takes dust from my feet, takes my Charnamrit, my Mahaprasad, then they will be delivered. So he was very reluctant, but police forcibly took him, and this is how police resolved this matter. So such a great soul, today is his disappearance day, his Tirobhavatiti. So on these special days we can pray to such great souls. Oh dear great Vaishnava, you have love for Krishna, you have devotion to Krishna, you have, by your presence in this world, you have illuminated so many lives. Please give a drop of your mercy to me also. I am so unqualified, I am so stupid, I am going on the path away from God. So by your mercy also, by your mercy only can I tread this difficult path of Krishna Bhakti. It is said that this path of Bhakti in Kali Yuga is very difficult. Kala Kalir Valna Indri Vari Varga, Shri Bhakti Magi Kantak Koti Ruddha. Haha Payam Yukla Kimam Karomi, Chaitanya Chandriyati Kipana Adya Karoshi. So this time of Kali Yuga is very difficult, and path to Bhakti is surrounded by many thorns and bushes. So what can I do? Where can I go? If Chaitanya Mahaprabhu doesn't give me his mercy, then what can I do? And how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will give us his mercy? By the mercy of his great devotees like Srila Bhakti Siddhant Saraswati Thakur. So through his great devotees, Lord gives his mercy. So we can pray to his lotus feet today that please give me your mercy so that I can become more serious, sincere, and without any ulterior motives in my life. If we have that aspiration, then by his mercy we can become a devotee of Krishna, and in some way we can serve the Vaishnavas, we can serve Krishna, and we can go back home, back to Godhead. Hare Krishna. So whatever I have described, I am very grateful for all of your patient hearing. And actually, I am thoroughly unqualified to describe anything, but as a service I tried. So yadat triskalitam kinchit vidwan sampuryantadat yadat saustvam kinchit sagurore eva menahi. So whatever I spoke, if that was pleasing to your heart, that was satisfying to your heart, so the credit goes only to my gurus. That credit doesn't belong to me. And whatever I spoke, yadat triskalitam kinchit, if that was painful to you, that was not pleasing to you, yadat triskalitam kinchit. So for that I beg forgiveness. The entire dosha of whatever I described, if it is painful to you, goes to me only. So with these words, I beg your forgiveness, and I am thankful for your patience. Thank you very much. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Srila Bhakti Siddhant Saraswati Thakur Tirubhavatiti Maha Mahotsav ki Jai. Srila Bhakti Siddhant Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada ki Jai. Samved Gaur Bhaktavind ki Jai Gaur Premanande. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Vancha kaltrubhyascha kripa sindhubhyavcha pritaram pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. I'm sorry we don't have time for question answers. If anyone has any question, they can ask personally. Hari Hari.